Hello everyone, my name is Bygl and welcome back to another episode here from the Let's Play series. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. And you might be wondering what's happening here. Well, I was kinda bored of the old world, so I decided to start a new one here in the new snapshot. So I think we're gonna do like a snapshot slash a new normal episode video. Haven't done one of those in a long time, so this is a pretty big snapshot because check this out. They solved the inventory issue. Look at that. Now we only have a single slot, which means that there is never going to be any inventory issues because even if I press E, there is no inventory. There you go. Also, we can do a little bit of this. Check that out. That's pretty good. The leads have been removed. Now this is a way more convenient. I mean, what is happening? I don't know how I'm doing this, but I am doing it. Also, get out of here. Also, items are now placeable. I think. Oh no, this is considered a block. My bad. But it's stuff like pork chops are now placeable in the terrain. So we have new decorations. Look at that. Gonna take a second to get used to this because we only can transport one at a time, but this is a way better system overall, I think. Let's do 1,000. Oh yeah, since we can't carry blocks anymore. Oh, that doesn't look good. Since we can't carry blocks anymore, then yeah, everything is instantly placed. I think some of these are actually still considered entities. Okay, let's do this. Ooh. This might break my computer. I don't know. Oh my goodness. That was rather beautiful. Why are there cobblestone stairs? Don't ask me. That is definitely a new feature. Oh, that genuinely break character. This does actually look like a really cool explosion with all of these stairs and fences and whatnot and cobblestone. Man, this could be an actual feature in my opinion. I mean, not that it isn't, because we're obviously in game and it's happening over here, so this is real, I think. Okay, I'm feeling kinda invigorated after that. I think we can return to our main world over here. And maybe we'll continue that one sometime in the future. Maybe. Maybe not, probably not. No promises. But yeah, check it out. I made a promise in the last episode, and the promise was that I was actually gonna go through the grueling task of setting this thing up. I still need to light up the outsides of this because there's a lot of zombies walking about. But yeah, there are all of the items here in the sorter set up and ready to be used. And it took like 8 hours, I think. I wasn't doing this in the most efficient way. I was honestly bringing like 2 to 3 blocks at a time, so this took a long time, mainly because I was really dumb about how I actually decided to do it. But yeah, the items are sorted in like packages. So, for example, we have andesite, that's all nicely clumped together as stone bricks, and stone is near each other. We have diorite, we have granite. We are sorting most of the basic items in the game, so I'm pretty happy with that. We do have still a few missing things, like I want to do crimson and warped mushrooms over there, because they kinda count as saplings, or I could do azalea stuff over there as well. I kinda need to decide on that. But yeah, we do have a few unfilled spots, like over here, for example. This is gonna be some more light blocks that I just haven't gathered, like end rods and sea lanterns and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just gonna slowly finish this up as I find items in my pocket as I come in, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, I don't have this yet over here. Boom, it's gonna be in. But even though we have a good majority of everything done, we are still missing a few blocks. So for example, we don't have any food items over here. We don't have any crafting items like paper, and also mob drops like rotten flesh, gunpowder, skeleton stuff like bones and arrows. So that isn't over here, and most importantly, the thing that takes most of the space, and we're most likely going to have to expand this storage system because of it. The items that take most space are the colored items, so colored wool, colored concrete powder, colored concrete. Actually, that's all concrete stuff, but terracotta, glazed terracotta. Yeah, I think we're actually gonna need, so I counted up, this is 6 modules, right? I think if we wanna do basically everything and still have a module or two for future when they add more stuff like mangrove blocks, for example, that's on the to-do list for Mojang, which is kind of sad because we have 8 slots, which fits perfectly into a module like this. But I think we're gonna do like 20 modules in the future. Not now though, you can't force me to work on this. I'm done, I don't want to see this place. So we've dedicated a lot of time to the compendium project as of late, and I think we could do with a little bit of a switch up for at least one episode today. And so that is exactly what we are going to do. Check this out. This is going to be the new entrance to Spruce Town. What? Spruce Town? Yeah, I abandoned that place for quite a while, and for a good reason as well, and it's because I think I kinda outgrew the build style that I decided to go for there. Like, I don't really enjoy the visual style of it that much, and that doesn't mean that we won't come back and do some builds here and there over there, but right now I really want to prioritize and working on different stuff, but this is something that I had planned for quite a while now. I was thinking we could probably place it like over here and it would make more sense, but I kinda like it being on the hill like that. So it's gonna be kinda like a castle gate type of deal with 2 lookout towers. And the main purpose of it is actually going to be tying up Spruce Town to the Compendium project. So to basically explain, it's basically pretty easy to lose like track of geological location, especially when you are watching stuff from a YouTube video and there's a bunch of cuts. Like, you have no idea how I got here, right? But if you see what I see in the distance, the castle gate, you immediately know where we are, right? So it's nice to have like builds in the distance of each like major build area. For example, over here in the Compendium project, you can very clearly see those 2 towers. They are gonna be slightly taller once I actually put some roofs on them or something. You can kinda just barely make them out. And as far as the aesthetic and visual style goes, I think we're gonna go for the simple Spruce Town design with, spruce and stone. I guess I wasn't I wasn't too experimental of a builder back then, but it's a well-tested block palette. It works when you're doing medieval stuff and whatnot, so we're gonna go for that. So while Bygl from the past is building that castle gate and figuring out all of the details he wants to put in there, let's talk a little bit about names in our world. Basically, every single major build or major build area has a name. Example, Compendium, Spruce Town, Outpost, Outlands, and the Nether is also called, what do we call it? The Crossroads, I think? So we're naming basically everything, and that way we can differentiate easily between all of the builds. The thing is that we don't have the name for the main area which connects up all of our builds. I'm not talking about the Nether Hub right now, I'm talking about the forest that we are building this thing in. This forest is basically smack dab in the middle of everything we have built, and the only build in the actual forest right now is the pathway that we have, and also the wolf farm or sheep farm. And so yeah, we need to figure out the name for this. Now the only thing I thought of was like Crossroad Woods or something, because it connects up all of our major builds. And the thing is that we already have the Crossroads as the Nether, as I said, so yeah, we need to figure out the name for this forest over here. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to send them my way, and you never know, maybe something sticks. Alright, are you ready? I'm about to show you what I did here. Slow dramatic turn. There it is. Actually, wait, I have a better idea. We're gonna do cinematic camera like this, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Castle Gate or Spruce Town, done and dusted right there and there. Well, it's not done actually. There are just a few more things that need to be figured out. We're gonna get into that in a little bit, but this is the base that I basically had like premeditated for this, and I think it turned out Pretty good. So this tower over here is actually based off of a tower that I built in a creative world around a half a year back. So I basically drew an inspiration when I saw that while I was scouring my worlds, and I decided to build it here. It's a very slightly smaller scale. Well, actually, it's actually the same scale, but having the walls there kind of makes it look smaller, but it looks pretty cool, right? We have door, window, big window up there. There's another window on the back side. Let me show you that. Hop. Yep, there you go. This is how it looks from the back side. So this is the small tower, which I kind of imagine being like the barracks or something of these two. And then this is like the watchtower because it's slightly higher up, and there is also a nicer place up top where we can look at everything. But yeah, no details here either. If you wanna check that out, very plain. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with those sides in just a little bit. But I'm gonna show you how it looks on the inside, and it doesn't look very good. I hope you weren't expecting me to build the interior already. Jeez. But yeah, this is the view from the windows. I really like this one. This is actually something I'm gonna screenshot, and then this is the view from this one, and then you have this really cool bridge that you can go across where the gate is right below this, and with a nice roof over here and like weird castle railing. I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see the tree from over here as well, and then you walk in, and I have no idea what we're gonna do with these rooms. But yeah, you can go up. There is another windowed room over here, and then there is the very top. Pretty simple layout, I would say. And from the top, you can see both Spruce Town and Compendium Project, but you can't really see the outpost. Here's the thing, though. I'm playing on 12 rendered chunks ever since 1.18 came out. This is pretty taxing on my computer, so if we do 16, which is what most people play on, I think at least. Yeah, you can totally see the monolith there and stuff. Can't see the stables behind it though, but if you look this way, you'll be even able to see. I don't think you can see it. I swear I saw the mountain loaded when I did that before, but we can totally do more chunks. Let's do 24 chunks. This might get a little choppy. I apologize in advance, but yeah, here you can basically see everything we built. So that's the mountain over there. As far as the outpost goes, you can see the outlands, those rock spikes over there. If they're not getting deleted by YouTube compression right now, then yeah, that is the outlands over there, and some floating leaves from when I was farming trees just for this. And over there, there is the Spruce Town Island, and another island back there that we haven't done anything with yet. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, right? But we can go even further beyond. Let's do 32 chunks. I actually haven't tested this, but I kind of just want to see how long of a distance we can see with this. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a whole... There's totally a whole mountain range that way. We haven't really explored that ever, I don't think. I know it is there. I kind of just saw it while we were making the map of the whole world. That is something we could do something with in the future. Loading this way, you can see some mountains over there. There is the whole oak forest that I'm chopping down slowly for my oak wood. And this is actually pretty cool. Like, I think I should do this way more often, at least off camera, if not on camera. But yeah, this way it's all ocean. That hill over there, that is where the outpost is, right underneath it. And then if we load everything this way, I don't think there's gonna be anything new visible here either. This is a really big, expansive ocean. There is an island like right over there. I think it's just outside of render distance though. But that is basically the whole proximity of all of our product. Like this is how the world looks. I think I'm gonna have to do like a panorama from this tower. Like, oh my goodness, you can see basically everything we did, unless it is underground, like the outpost, in which case, probably not happening. Okay, now my 12 chunks look really sad compared to what we just had You kind of just see the outline of the monolith there. Oh yeah. But I had an idea just right now that we can do when we go through this destroyed little area over here. Before we do it though, let me just describe something about these two towers. We're gonna finish these. We're gonna finish these on camera together. Just a second. But I actually made a blunder. So think about this like logically, like in the lore of the world, how this would work, right? You are a traveler. You're coming to these watchtowers or castle gate or whatever this is supposed to be, and the gate or the door to get into the towers is in the front. It's in the front, it's not in the back where the guards would probably hang out. And when something would happen, like there would be a raid coming in or something, they would walk into the tower and they would go up. But I placed door on the outside, which, like, logistically for the troops that would guard this would make zero sense. So I kind of tried to like incorporate that lore that this, like, the architect, which would be me, of course, but the architect didn't really know what they were doing with these towers. So the soldiers like blasted a hole into this tower and kind of just made this supported structure, kind of just to house another door from the inside here, so they could actually get into the towers. That is why I decided to do like this little raggedy platform over here. Okay, anyone remember this? This is our world map right here. And the plan with the world, at least for a bit, was, I mean, I was literally calling this place like the season 2 start area. I don't know what I was talking about. I think we wanted to have like a new season every 25 episodes or something, and every 25 episodes were a project that would last 25 episodes. Like this was 25 episodes. Compendium was supposed to last 25 episodes. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Anyway, I think that is enough reminiscing. What we're gonna do, something that we haven't done in a while, I really want to update these two maps. We built quite a few things over here in this part of the world, so I really want to see how this evolves in terms of like map progression. So we're gonna fly to our beloved compendium project. Oh yeah, it's changing. It's changing quite a bit. Oh, the blue is the roof. I was like, dude, do we have diamonds on surface or something? But no, that's how prismarine, dark prismarine looks on the map, which is kind of weird, because that is not at all the color that dark prismarine has. But alas, here we are. Let's pop her in. Let's see how it looks. One of these. And oh, here's a zombie behind me. No, must have been underground. But yeah, look at that. That is the whole mountain, and that is the compendium project taking shape right there. It looks like we barely did anything to the place, honestly, but I mean, that's just the scale of the map, I guess. I want to take this one again, though, and I want to see if our Guardian Farm looks somewhat impressive on the map. Don't worry, Guardian Farm, we will finish you one day. One day. Apparently it's green. Apparently it's very, very green. I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, we do have the grass blocks all around there, so I guess that makes sense. Of course, the single sand block border wouldn't be visible. But yeah, that is an interesting, interesting looking thing on the map. Okay, that was some fun map time, but if we want to actually be productive in this episode, we gotta pick up the pace here a little bit. And so what I'm thinking, to upgrade the sides of these towers over here, we're probably gonna have like tiny mini towers over here, which are going to branch off into walls. Although I kind of have a problem with these walls. You see, like we're gonna do a wall over here, right? But we're not trying to build a wall around something. Like I don't want to have a wall all around the shore. So where will this wall actually go? Like, does it just go here and end? That's kind of that's kind of just random. I don't think that's necessary. So, do you know what? I think we're gonna ditch the wall. And I had sketched out over here. I think we're just gonna do two small mini towers on each side of these two, and hopefully that's gonna look decentish. I don't know, guys. Maybe that's not such a good idea. Maybe that's a bit of a blunder. I really like how these turned out, you see, and Oh, I don't know. I think maybe we should just keep them as they are and just try to add some like debris or just have like vines growing on these sides. Less can be sometimes more, and I think this is one of the projects where this logic applies. So we're gonna do that. Okay, leaves are in, and I also placed a few vines over there. Hopefully they don't ruin the build, because you know how vines are. They either make the build slightly better or completely horrible. So let's just hope for the best with the RNG of them growing here. Same with leaves over here. Ta-da! Also added a few blocks of mossy, not cobblestone, mossy stone bricks right there. So that's nice. But yeah, that is basically everything as far as the exterior goes. For the most part, maybe I'll do like a few changes here and there, but for now I am very happy with it. But now we gotta think about the interior. So what are we gonna do here? What is the plan? So logistically, I'm thinking that this bottom room over here with the window could probably be like the bedroom slash barracks. If there would be guards stationed on this side, they would probably sleep over here, I would think. And then up here, I think this could be just a simple lookout tower. We don't need to do anything fancy over here. Maybe get some like plants and decorate this nicely, but for the most part, this small room is relatively done, I would say. Across over here, I'm probably thinking like a storage room or something for this room, or maybe for this one, I'm not sure. But one of these is gonna be storage, and one of these is probably gonna be like an armory. We're gonna get armor stands so troops can, get some armor so they are ready to defend against the raid. These windows kind of suck, by the way, you can't really see anything through them, but I really like how the oak trapdoors look against the glass there. I think they have a nice look, so we're gonna keep them. What is the best way to house troops at your site, you might be asking? Well, obviously, it's bunk beds. Bunk beds all the way. And we're also gonna artificially lower the ceiling. I also did this in the floor above, but you can see that there is like a cool ceiling design over here. Just a beam and a slab staggered, and it looks pretty cool, I think. We're gonna get a ladder so they can go up to their beds, and also a few trapdoors like so, just to kind of add a little bit more like definition to the build. This is supposed to resemble kind of like beams supporting the beds being up there as they are. I actually kind of like that. I know it's it's a lot of trapdoors, I'm sorry, but they're like, okay. I've seen a bunch of like builders complaining that, oh, some people just throw spruce trapdoors at everything, and then they say it looks good, but it's literally just spruce trapdoors. But what else am I supposed to use? This is like the only option. I could do like oak trapdoors, but that's still trapdoors, and it wouldn't even look so good. I don't know if you remember, but we came up with like a small custom table design using armor stands and some piston magic. Let me try and place these in. I can't seem to be able to make them like perfectly aligned. They don't look stable at all. In fact, why is your head kind of slightly going downwards like this? I wanted to go straight. Whatever, we will just say that it's like a old rackety design. And so, first and foremost, we're gonna need 2 blocks over here. This is the flooring. And we're gonna get our pistons, place them in. And now we push down, and again and again. There we go, now they are in the ground like so. And now, I think I'm doing this wrong, but still, we're gonna place trapdoors like this. Get the sticky pistons back in. There we go. Push them down. And now if I open them up, table. Are they actually touching the trapdoors? Oh, they are touching just barely. There you go. Now we have the old table design over here. And what's cool about this one, because we could totally do a design where we just have a fancy and a trapdoor on top of it, right? The problem with that is, however, that we can't place item frames on those, but this one we totally can. So There we go. This is where they eat their breakfast. Okay, I think we did a pretty decent job so far. Just a few more things around here, like I built this little flower pot for a fern, like so. You know, you're gonna have a good soldier morale, and having a little bit of plant life and nature on the inside, and feel kind of nice. So there they go. A painting over here and some shelves for stuff. A painting up there as well. But yeah, now for the storage room over here. I think this is gonna be the storage room. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it would make sense for this to be the armor room if this is the first place they get to go to if they decide to climb up the ladder. So this is gonna be the armor room, but let's do the storage room up here first. Okay, storage room done. It was relatively simple, I would say. Just a bunch of chests and barrels and a spare ladder, because seeing how they transport each other over here through this build, I would assume that this is probably something important they would want to have. Anyway, armor stands. We're just gonna do a few of these for the armor stand room. How do you place these? Right. I don't know why I wanted to do it in reverse there. And it's raining. But we're just gonna get a bunch of armor stands. I think one in each corner. And yeah, that is basically gonna be it. Okay, is it too obvious that I ran out of ideas while making this room? Because it really isn't like anything special, is it? Maybe actually one more idea. Maybe we get like a... And it's not an item frame, I wanted an item frame. And here it is, there is this project done for the day over here. There we go. Let me know what you guys think, if you have any suggestions on how to improve this. And also let me know if you like this type of like showing off a build where I go over every single step of it, because that's what I tried to do with this today, as some of you probably couldn't tell. And I explained every single detail, then you kind of get to know the build better, you kind of get to spend some time with it, so every time you see it, then you are kind of slightly more attached to it, right? Thing is that it's not as entertaining though, so it's a tug of war usually, so I'm probably not gonna do that too often. Most of the builds we're gonna do are gonna be slightly quicker, but yeah, we have this space over here. So also, if you have any suggestions for like a redstone contraption we could put over here, then let me know, or we could save this for some future project as well. That is fine, but I'm always open to suggestions, as you guys already know. But yeah, there is one more project we're gonna do today, also a building one, a little bit more building than I wanted to do in today's episode, not gonna lie. But don't worry, it's gonna be just a small quick one, because most of it is already built, and we just need to build something around it. So it's right over here. I'm walking all the way there, no cuts, just so you guys know where it actually is in scale to everything. It is over here. This is our wool farm, sheep farm, or however you want to call it. And a little bit of visual storytelling as well. You want to see this? This is where I kept most of my sheep. Do you want to know what happened to most of my sheep? Some of you might already be able to guess. But yeah, we need to cover this up, because this doesn't look very good at all. So we're probably gonna try to incorporate like some wool. Like every sheep is gonna have its type of wool right above it or something. Something simple like that. Yeah, I'm thinking of some sort of like a marketplace overhang on top of the entire thing here. Maybe some spruce in between every single one of these, and maybe just some spruce beams to cover this bottom part up, so we don't see all of this redstone over here. That could be pretty cool. As you can probably tell, I don't really have much inspiration to go off of here. So I'm just kinda gonna freestyle this, and we'll see what we end up with. You're free, doggy. You can leave and do whatever you please. He's trying to kill my sheep again. No, get out of here. Okay, everyone, don't ask me how I did it. I have no idea how I managed to do this, but I have managed to make a sheep farm which was supposed to be extremely colorful and extremely happy and vibrant and everything into the most dull build you will ever see in this world. I might have to redo this, because this is really bad. Like, I don't know, I just placed brown blocks, and then when I was done placing brown blocks, I decided to place more brown blocks, and this is how it turned out. So yeah. I think I'm out of building juice today, guys. I think that's what's happening over here. I'm gonna have to rest on this one and then maybe think of something. Like this, like roof, colorful roof, I thought was a good idea. But having the spruce like on every other one here doesn't really work that well, but it is something that I had to do if I wanted to like work with this farm, right? At least the farm is still fine in terms of logistics, like we can still access all of the sheep just fine. If we want to do a maintenance, then there is like a hatch area over here, we can refill shears if we want to. We're not gonna do that though, because basically all of the chests are full at this point, so we are fine on that front. And here down where the chests are, very simple, we just have glowstone below the carpets for some light, and the chests alone which sort the stuff, and that is basically it over here. Honestly, it was my mistake for going in without even knowing what I want to build, so I guess that is fair enough. Anyway, yeah, we are basically out of time for today's episode. I'm just doing one last thing that I wanted to do for a while over here. We need a piston over here, place these two back, and then we're gonna need redstone like over here, I think. Just very quickly gonna do this on camera. There we go. Redstone dust, and we're gonna need one more redstone dust than what I picked out here, and boom. Okay, so this is basically supposed to be a defense system. Whenever I'm here like sorting my stuff or putting stuff into the furnaces over here, which I do actually use these furnaces that we placed, but yeah, whenever I'm doing stuff here I feel kind of vulnerable, and like this place isn't really lit up very well still, so I'm afraid there's a creeper that's gonna come in any second. So, oh right, I need to remove this and place a normal block over here. There we go. So that was actually all the redstone I needed. But yeah, there you go. Now we have a defense system. The creeper may still like blow up if I'm over here or over here, but like overall I think we are way safer here over now, and we can flick it and leave and we are good. So that's gonna be it for today's episode. A very productive one, I would say. The sorter back there is done for now until we decide to expand it. We have our beautiful two towers. If I can get an angle, can you see it? For a few pixels over there, can kind of see a bit of the tower over there. And we also built quote decorations and quote for the wool farm. I'm gonna need to think a little bit more about that. But hey, I have some exciting stuff in the pipelines that I'm working on, including this world and some other stuff, so I hope you guys are excited. But anyway, that is it for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.